Welcome to GwinnettDailyPost.com. Todd, Cline, and Will Hammock here talking soccer. Will, for one last time as we wrap up the season, going to talk about the players of the year and the coaches of the year. We start off, in your opinion, who was the girls' player of the year for this season?
I think Washita Blackman for Brookwood had to be considered. She had a great offensive year, but for me, somebody that did a lot for their team in the postseason and throughout the season was Abigail Groth from North Gwinnett. I know she's a defender and doesn't get a lot of credit, but she did a lot pushing forward in the attack, and she's also a player that really solidified that North Gwinnett defense and led them to the state championship game, almost a repeat championship. So I would say Abigail Groth from North Gwinnett would be my player of the year.
And then we move over to the boys' side. Will, we had a lot of good boys teams this year. Who would be your choice for boys' player of the year?
I think a lot of people are going to push for Denzel Clark over at GAC. He had a great season, scored a lot of goals, but the most talented player, I think, and a guy that did a lot for his team in the postseason and all season long was Dominic Bonilla from Collinsville. Exceptionally talented player. I think he's one of the best I've seen around here as far as a controlling midfielder. Creates a lot of things and scores some goals too. That goal he scored in the state championship game was pretty amazing. And I know Bucky Boozer, the longtime Walton coach, made an effort to go shake Dominic's hands immediately after the game to tell him what he thought of that game, and he had some kind things to say about Dom after the game. So he would be my player of the year.
And we say it, Will, after every season of every sport, toughest thing probably in Gwinnett County is winning a Coach of the Year honors because of so many good teams. Let's do both girls and boys. Who would be your choices for Coaches of the Year?
I think for the girls' side, I'd almost have to go co-coaches of the year. Mark Caron up at North Gwinnett for getting that team back to the state championship. He did so much this season. And also Brent Leitch up at Mill Creek. It's a team that had never been to the playoffs. And not only did they win a game, they made it to the state semifinals and really pushed North Gwinnett to the limits there on PKs. So both those guys did an excellent job. On the boys' side, I think I would go down to Class A and give it to Todd Henry down at Providence. He's a guy that's done a lot building that program back up. Had a lot of young guys these last few years. They're finally growing up, and he's built it up into the season and really came close to winning a state title in Class A. So great season by Todd Henry and the Stars.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Please check back next week at GwinnettDailyPost.com for more Talkin' Sports.